Hi, Dramione fam. Let's talk about Meet Me in Dreamland by Sinflower81. Many of you have recommended this fic to me. Slither in Now, Abigail Mays, Sarah Bear, Cleggan. That's a few of you that have recommended it to me. This fic, as per the reg, did not disappoint. But whew, I feel like this author said, I love a slow burn, but I want spice in every single chapter, and then came up with this. It was a really clever way to deliver hotness throughout while having the slowest emotional angsty burn. I mean, almost to the point where I wanted to slap Hermione. Girl, he was ready to die for you, and you're still like, I don't know if he likes me. Girl. So Hermione is kind of over unsatisfying encounters and men in general. Although thanks to Ron and a rumor he started, no one is really chasing her down either. So she has this locket and she infuses it with magic so that she can enter a dream world and live out various fantasies. Because for all of her strength and brilliance and Hermione Grangerness, in the bedroom she prefers other things. And those things are hard to admit to someone you don't trust. So she thinks that like the Dreamland thing is the best way to go. So when she starts using the locket, she is actually dismayed to find Draco Malfoy waiting for her in there. But she's also kind of like immediately yes, and also what's wrong with me. What she doesn't know is that the locket she's using is a twin locket, the pair having belonged to Malfoy's like great grandparents or something. And so of course he has the other one. So when she enters Dreamland, he gets pulled into. So it's really him. And now he is also both dismayed and like immediately yes, and what is wrong with me? It's very cute and funny. In his real life, he's engaged to Astoria, who is quite lovely in this fic. We don't dislike her. She means well. He's happy to marry her, although he isn't in love with her. And she's a bit desperate to marry, although we don't find out why until later. So once Draco and Hermione have the shocking and embarrassing revelation that they are both actually in these trancy trysts, they try to end it, but alas, he's all these fatal fantasies giving way to labored breath, and she's all, am I bad or mad or wise? Side note, I loved the T Swift lyrics at the end of each chapter. They all fit so brilliantly well. Nicely done, Sinflower. Anyway, our favorite idiots draw up a contract for a continued Dreamland exploration of every possible fantasy, and they embark on said exploration for many titillating chapters. Some were sweet, some were raunchy, some involved plants with tentacle vines. Yeah, this is a 5-alarm smut fic, if you haven't guessed. So if you don't like graphic spice, this ain't for you. Or as John Mulaney says, not unless everyone gets real cool about a bunch of stuff really quickly. But again, if you go in thinking it's smut with a side of plot, you're not wrong, but plot there is. When Draco and Hermione finally admit they're having real feelings, a wrench gets thrown in the mix in the form of Astoria that I did not see coming, and honestly, it was kind of a hell of a plot twist that actually evoked many real emotions from me. And so this fic doesn't only have plot, but it has a psychological exploration of everyone involved, but especially of Hermione, and I felt that was actually really stunning. I don't always like sub Hermione, but because this author really got into her like emotional, mental life state of being, I felt like I understood her in a really beautiful way. Maybe I wouldn't particularly share a degradation kink, but I didn't begrudge hers. You know what I mean? This fic also features a park grass, which was nice, and there is a prequel story she wrote about Daphne and Pansy getting together that I will have to read. Theo is also in this fic, Theoing it up, and his happy ending really delighted me, but I can't tell you with whom because spoilers. Finally, I have to shout out the last chapter. It's not really an epilogue, it's like a prequel chapter. It actually took my breath away when she reveals the meaning behind the Mandrake reference. It's one of those moments in a fanfic that we get sometimes that has now like cemented itself into the canon for me. I don't care if JK intended that. It's absolutely what happened in my mind now because it actually made me cry. So this is a bit of a long fic. It's about 650 pages, but if you're a spicy girl, you'll enjoy it. Let me know if you've read it and what you thought. And if you do read it, come back and let me know. And what should I read next? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.